Alrighty, so here's my drawing. It's a bee because I've been a very busy bee since my last video. A lot of things have happened because school's starting up and everything. And it's crazy that you're starting midterms. Like, I can't even imagine that right now. Sorry my picture's not up to par with all of your wonderful drawings because yours are adorable. And mine is a doodle, kind of. So I was gonna make my video on Friday, but I was super distracted because my new iPhone was coming in that day. I was literally waiting at the window all day, getting super excited anytime I heard something that sounded remotely like a truck, and getting super disappointed when it wasn't it. I was sitting there since 10 in the morning, and it didn't come until 4 in the afternoon. So I was pretty disappointed. And if you haven't noticed, I changed my hair color again, and this is the last time. Sadly, I'm so sad that it's gonna be over, but at the same time, I'm a little relieved because this red is a nightmare. It bleeds everywhere all the time. My fingers are red, my headphones are red, my water bottle is red because anytime I touch anything, it turns red. All my clothes, the necklines, get stained by the end of the day, and my towel looks like I murdered someone and tried to clean it up and failed miserably. My bathtub looks like that's the location of where I murdered someone, and just everything is red, and it's getting really tiring to clean up. I've also noticed that hair color, or just hair in general, is a pretty good conversation starter. Most people who have approached me that I haven't met in the past have always started with, "I like your hair," or "nice hair color," or something along those lines. But the weird part is when people think that you're someone else simply because of your hair color. The other day at our involvement fair, someone came up to me from behind and hugged me, and I thought it was someone that I had met last year, like a colleague that I hadn't seen all summer. So I turned around, like excitedly wanting to say hi, and then I suddenly realized, I've never seen your face before in my life. And all he said was, "Hey, it's nice to see you. I'd notice you anywhere because of your hair." Like I said, this past time period has been pretty busy because of the start of school and all of my organizations. We have all of those new student orientation meetings where a bunch of first years or new students that are interested in our clubs come out and they try to meet all the board members and like general members. So it's a lot of small talk and introductions and, "Hi, where are you from? What's your major? Where are you living? How do you like it here?" And it's very tiring. I cannot stress that enough. I've said the same spiel over and over, and just all of that nervousness and stress and tension just builds up, and then when I get home I just melt because I'm so tired of talking to people and meeting people and trying to remember their names and then adding them on Facebook, and it's very complicated and tiring, and I've been really busy with that. I've also just finished my first full week of classes. Go me, even though, again, you're on midterms, which I think is crazy. They're okay. My EECS classes are ridiculously unorganized. It's not that the topic necessarily is hard, but it's kind of hard to learn the material when you're still trying to figure out how the class logistics work. I got breakfast with Pauline, which was super nice. We met in San Clemente, which is not quite halfway between us because there's really nothing that's actually halfway. But we met up at this really cute pastry cafe place and we talked and caught up and stuff, and it was really nice. But there was street parking that you had to pay for, so we ended up driving to a Target afterwards, and we just sat in there for hours because free parking. Yeah, and that was really fun. So as I said, I've been doing a lot of socializing and interacting with new students because of the new student orientations that I've had to go to. And basically how they work is that people ask me, you know, what does Fusion stand for? Fusion being the organization that I'm in. And I have to say, well, Fusion stands for the Filipinos Unifying Scientists Engineers in an Organized Network. And then I'd always end with, sorry, I didn't come up with the name. So my challenge for you is to come up with an acronym to title your next video and to say what it means and why. I think that's all for now, so I'll see you in your next video, and as always, counting down until November when you finally come to visit.